Hello everyone and welcome back to the F1 Ultimate Career, where we're taking ourselves from zero to hero. Today we have my crown jewel of the calendar. It's of course Spa-Francorchamps, the Belgian Grand Prix. Easily my favourite circuit of the whole calendar. Been here twice in real life, loved it every single time. And yeah, I'm sure this race is going to be an absolute belter. Last time out in Hungary, Alonso won his 6th race of the season to extend his lead to 53 points to Lewis Hamilton, which is ridiculous. I'm not sure what Lewis has to do to win. It's going to take a miracle and a couple of retirements in regards to Alonso. So yeah. Could this season already be wrapped up? There's still 8 races to go. This is the last race before the summer break. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Spa always seems to have its own little microclimate, so the weather could definitely play a role in this weekend. Alright, it's time for qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Someone's gone off. We have wave yellow in sector 2.
I'm not quite sure what's happened here. We're having to go out once again.
Down to 18th place.
Yep, I was just about to get to that, Andy. So we start our first lap on a new set of options. I thought, why not try and go out again on primes? It's still yellow here. Oh, it's my teammate, it's Perez. He's in the wall. Not quite sure what's happened to him. I think what's happened to him is that he's tried to keep his DRS open through Eau Rouge and Radion.
To the brakes. Brake hard into the next couple of corners.
And I reckon he's just lost the car there. And obviously, it's not the best idea to have your DRS open through Eau Rouge. There's only really one outcome from that. But anyway, yeah, running P18, so I've had to whack on a fresh set of options. And Rosberg is the difference between us and Q2 at the moment. It's going to be really disappointing if he gets knocked out. Someone's going to have to lose out, and it's not going to be me. Nice and flat, making sure I close the DRS before I go through. Nice and late on the brakes, so a little bit of debris there. I think the pit lane's blocked off there, so I'm not quite sure what's happened. I need to concentrate.
Your last lap time put you up into 13th place. 13th place.
P13, it's not the best in the world, but I'm only just looking to get through. We'll go for another lap, just in case. But yeah, P13 should be enough to get through, alright.
Good work, we're through to the next session.
Sweet, P13 in the end. I mean, I would have liked to have been a little bit higher, of course, but we'll see what happens in Q2. Let's see who did get knocked out. It was Nico Rosberg in the end, in that Mercedes. He's not having the best season, is he? Obviously, he came 2nd place in 2010, but it's not going his way this year, as he is the lowest German on the grid. As he joins, as always, the usual suspects. Is D'Ambrosio leading the way, though, ahead of the 2 Lotuses, who are still looking for their first points of the season. Alright, let's go to Q2. Let's have a quick look who's leading the way. It's a joint tie for first between the 2 McLarens. Wow, very competitive here in Spa. Oh, nice and late on the brakes there. Now come on, Albuquerque, get a move on. I don't want to come to terms with you once again in qualifying. Oh, it's our first lap going to give us. It's P11 for now. We're going to have to go down the inside of Albuquerque if we're going to be able to get a good second lap in here. It's P11 at the moment. What was that, 500ths away from Sutil in the Force India, who, again, is the difference. There goes Perez! There goes Perez! He's done it again! Having his DRS open through Eau Rouge. What are you thinking, mates? Rookie error. That is bonkers from Perez, and he has not only ruined his qualifying, but he's also ruined mine. So once again,
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
once again, getting knocked out in Q2. I'm on a real dry patch at the minute. Obviously, used all of my luck up in Canada, clearly. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of qualifying, guys. It's going to be P11 for the Belgian Grand Prix. Cheers, Sergio. Right. So, I'm P12. Look who's just got in ahead of me. What? Sergio has somehow banged out a 1:44.2 and got in between me and Sutil when neither of us had time to set another lap. So did he just skip the final sector? What an absolute joke. I mean, 11th, 12th, tomato, but yeah, that's another kick in the teeth, really. As yeah, it's now P12 for tomorrow's race, and all Sauber row 6. So starting right alongside Sergio. Hopefully we can make our way up through the field together. But let's see who else got knocked out. Obviously Vitaly Petrov down in P13, who also joins his teammate down there in 17th. But yeah, they just can't seem to do it in qualifying, can they, Renault? So yeah, that's really what's hampering them. But there are clear rivals in the constructors, so we don't really mind that much. As Karun Chandok in 14th, Maldonado 15th, and Alkhashari 16th. So yeah, who's leading the way again? It's Felipe Massa. He's doing well in these early stages of qualifying, but can't seem to get it done when it counts. So yeah, let's see who is going to take pole for tomorrow's race. We'll see you guys in the garage for the Belgian Grand Prix. Okay, it's race day here in Spa for 22 laps around this legendary circuit. I cannot wait for this. Starting in P12 right alongside my new teammate Sergio Perez. Let's see what we can get done, but let's also take a look at what happened in Q3. Could have guessed it. I don't have to tell you guys. It's Fernando Alonso on pole once again. He does it when it matters. Yeah, he's inevitable at this point. Lewis Hamilton alongside him on the front row. We've got Vettel, Massa, Webber, Button, Heidfeld, Sutil, Hulkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo lining up in P10 in that Toro Rosso. Alright, let's have a quick look at the strategy. I did have a look myself and I did change it a tiny bit. We're even though we've qualified outside of the top 10, I am going to start on a set of scrubbed options, because we're going to go options again on lap 5, try and get those to lap 10 and then do prime to the end. Obviously another 3-stopper. It's not going to be as ridiculous as it was in Hungary, at least, so yeah, that's always a bonus. But yeah, just got to nurse the tyres, not be too silly, and try not to spin at Eau Rouge or Radion like my teammate has done twice already this weekend. Alright, enough babbling as always. Let's get this race underway. Come on. Alright, here we go. Myself and Sergio. Line astern. Here we go. It's the Belgian Grand Prix in 2011. And it's underway. It's a pretty good start for us, but Ricciardo's taking the exact same line as us. Can we keep it clean into La Source? As Sutil. Oh god, there's a big crash on the inside. Not quite sure who got involved in that. It kind of looked like a Force India, but I'm not actually too certain. I had to take evasive action there, and we're all the way down in 17th now. Let's try and use some of this curse to get past Trulli. We got the grunt on him. Ricciardo swerving all over the place down the Kemble Straight. Maldonado early on the brakes, but we'll take the double overtake back up into 15th, so making a few reparations from that crazy start. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'll try and remember to show you guys a replay once we get to the end of this race, because I can't go back too far. You can see that big clump of cars trailing in the background. Obviously a lot of debris. I'm surprised no one got retired after that. I really thought that was my teammate who got involved in that, but luckily for him, he was okay. As yeah, struggling through Puon with a car full of fuel at the moment, and Ricciardo even with his damaged front wing. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate, keep it within the grey area. Let's keep it between the red lines. Oh, what am I talking about? I need to concentrate as Jarno Trulli gets down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Pretty opportunistic move from the Italian. He's actually got the drive on me now. I need to try and defend here. It'd be pretty bad if I lost out to the Lotus. Let's try and keep it on track. Look ahead. Yeah, he's nowhere near us by the time we get to the bus stop chicane. Alright, P15, not a great start, but at least we have no damage. Alright, one lap down, 21 to go. Oh god, bits early on the brakes. There's a front wing off in the distance. That looks like a Ferrari. Is that Massa? I assume it's Massa. That's D'Ambrosio up in P10 at the minute. What a start from him. Yeah, it is Massa. Let's all try and get past him cleanly. There's a Jarno Trulli again. Oh, that's 3 overtakes in 1 from the Lotus driver. Wow. The veteran of the grid showing us how it's all done. And he's back up into P13. A crazy start here in Belgium. We're only halfway through lap 2. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. All this battling. I just need to get back into the points. But now we're 15th, and we've got a stalwart ahead of us in Robert Kubica. It's going to be really tough to get past Robert now. Yeah, probably going to have to rely on our strategy now, as we're probably going to get caught up in a DRS train. But never give up. Let's keep going.
You're in his dirty air. You've lost some front end grip.
Oh, look at this run we've got. Oh my god. Kubica moving out right at the last. Are we going to go 3 wide here? Surely not. But Kubica's ducked out of it, but Trulli is stuck in. Fair play. He's going to keep 13th, but at least we're going to get past Kubica as Trulli was starting to hold us up. Starting to lose touch to the guys up in P12. I think it's well, it's obviously a Williams and a Force India. I actually don't know which ones they are. I just know D'Ambrosio is in P10 still. I don't know how he's doing it. Incredible race so far from the Belgian at his home race. Didn't even realise. Well, it's lap 4. Obviously, I was meant to come in next lap, but I am thinking of coming in this lap. Maybe trying to do a little undercut on some fresh option tyres. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm convincing myself. So I think I am going to do it.
We need to pick up the pace. The car behind's closing in.
Yep, I think we're going to take this opportunity whilst all these guys are fighting around us to come into the pits, get some fresh tyres on. Hopefully we'll have some clean airs. Trulli looking down the inside of Maldonado. What did Trulli have for breakfast today? Jesus Christ. He is driving so well today. Wow. Obviously he had that mega performance in Singapore last season. And yeah, he's matching it today. Up to P12 for him. Could he get Lotus's first points of the season? But yeah.
Exit now.
Let's just focus on our race as we've got Massa behind us at the moment. Alright, up in 20th plate. Did I just say up? Yeah.
Fitted the car with the option tyres. You have 2 stops to go.
Yep. Option tyres, completely fresh option tyres. That's a lovely sight, isn't it? P20, but hopefully this is going to elevate us towards top 10. Let's see what happens.
Lotus are going for a longer stint with Trulli. They've fitted prime tyres to the car.
Alright, there we go. We're out ahead of Trulli, thankfully, but D'Ambrosio still ahead of us, so he's got a lot of pace in that Marussia today. Could he get his first points of the season? That would be a pretty ridiculous achievement if he could pull it off.
On the prime tyre. We have an advantage here.
But we could spoil the party. We're obviously on options and he's on prime, so there's a clear delta there, and we've got running purple pace running the fastest on the track at the moment. I'm probably the only one who's gone on to options for this stint, so that makes sense here on lap 6. So our objective at the minute is to try and catch up with D'Ambrosio and pass him as quickly as possible, so we can get more towards the likes of my teammate, who I think is P9, a net P9. I think so. We'll see once we have the rest of these pit stops. God, that was horrible through the bus stop as the rest of that gaggle of cars we were racing with.
Watch out for cars exiting the pits.
Yeah, that was the majority of the gaggle of cars we were racing with, as yeah, D'Ambrosio very slow into La Source. We've got out ahead of Sutil. As we do set the fastest lap of the race, we've got a clear tyre differential here. We need to get past D'Ambrosio, but I had to get off the brake. I had to get off the gas into Eau Rouge, but look at this, the overspeed that we've got. We're going to run through our curves. We're going to top off down the straight, and that's, if we can get it slowed down into Lecombe, is P12. Up next, yeah, is Perez. I think once everyone has made their stop, he'll go back into P9. So yeah, P12 for now. It's good. We got ahead of D'Ambrosio. We're out ahead of Sutil, and I assume we'll be out ahead of Maldonado once he makes his pit stop. So yeah, it's slowly getting a little bit better here in Spa. So that's the
prime tyres fitted to the car, going for a longer stint by the looks of it.
Yeah, that was the other two people waiting to make their pit stop. It was Nico Rosberg. I couldn't quite tell who the second car was. That must have been Maldonado. So yeah, up into P10 now. Both of us running in the points. That's good. I think Perez is lining up a Renault up there. P8. Can he get it done? Can he get it done into Lecombe? It's Vitaly Petrov, and he's made the move stick. Great racing from Sergio. Clearly an inspired decision by my team to get him into that seat. So yeah, very nice. Let's hope he can keep on pushing on, and hopefully we can get Petrov into our sights nice and quickly. That was bloody close. That was so close.
We need to get some heat into them. Brake hard in the next few corners.
I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't think anything was going to happen, but Petrov...
Good pace. Keep pushing.
Petrov with DRS open round that little kink on the Kemmel Straight. Normally you're pretty safe to... oh God, come on. Yeah, the tyre's starting to go off now. Yeah, normally you're quite safe going around that kink with the DRS open, but because he was, well, they were both kind of weaving, and then that's going to unsettle your car with the DRS open. He nearly stacked it into either Perez or the wall. So yeah, that was very close. Yeah, the AI definitely up for it today.
Pit in this lap. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Hell?
Time is a high minute 48. High 48.
Petrov just lost his front wing on nothing. What just happened? There must be an invisible bump there or something, because Petrov's just lost his front wing to nothing.
He's got front wing damage. Let's pull out a gap.
Alright, well, thanks game for the freebie. We'll take that up into P9, but
warm up those brakes. Brake hard in the next few corners.
But that also means that Jerome D'Ambrosio is in the points. The Belgian, I should say, is in the points. Can he bring home the bacon? He has a massive gap behind him now to the likes of, I think it must be Rosberg, Trulli, Maldonado back there. So yeah, can he keep it clean for the rest of the race?
We need you to get some heat into the brakes. Brake hard into the next couple of corners.
Yeah, fair enough, but I also want to get these tyres off, and here we go, our second stop of the race. Going to be getting some prime tyres on. Let's see how they perform. Go long pit lane. It's not a long pit lane, is it? It's probably one of the shortest of the whole calendar, as it looks like we've got D'Ambrosio in as well, and I assume that'll be Trulli into the pits as well. no traffic, is there, Andy? Out in P11, been jumped by Maldonado, as you can see.
You only have to stop once now, one stop left.
Yeah, he just came over Eau Rouge and Radion up ahead, probably about 5 seconds up the road.
Maldonado will be pitted within the next 3 laps.
Andy is very talkative today, and it's starting to get on my nerves. Right, P11.
Around 5 seconds ahead of you.
He's doing it on purpose now. He's doing it on purpose now. Come on. Shut up, mate. Oh, surely not, boys. Going side by side into Eau Rouge. That is not a very good idea, as Kubica and Maldonado have been having a proper ding-dong battle ahead of me. I just don't really have the grunt to make any gains from that. But yeah, oh god. Come on, Pastor. Let's get through Lacombe safely. Yeah, yeah, lap 14. These guys have, they've done one less pit stop than me, and they've managed to get to this stage of the race only doing one pit stop. So I do believe there are quite a few people running 2 stop, including my teammate. So I don't know why they've given him such a good strategy, but they haven't given me a good strategy. You know, I'm probably the #1 driver at the moment, so you know, you probably like to give your #1 driver the better strategy, but whatever, it's fine. Don't take it personally, I guess. So what I'm trying to say basically is that we're racing these guys for position now on track. So again, I could be getting another P11 here today, but yeah, seeing the chaos that has already happened this race, I'm not sure that is going to be the case, as there goes Kubica into the pits to make his second stop. Looks like my teammate's in as well, so yeah, we can get ahead of him. Don't know if Maldonado keeps going this slowly into the source. It's going to be neck and neck with me and Perez here. Here he comes out of the pits. Oh god, cold tyres. I need to pass him here into Eau Rouge. That is very sketchy. What did I just say last lap? Don't go side by side into Eau Rouge, but we've got to run on Maldonado here. We're going to use the rest of our curves. Do we have the balls into Lacombe? We do have the balls. He's still there though. Great driving from the Venezuelan. Wow, fair play to have that much grip around the outside and that much confidence. Fair play. Yeah, I've got nothing for that really, as now Sergio is getting interested on his new tyres. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be a pit stop behind Perez here. Oh, Maldonado's so slow into Blanchimont. Can we go around the outside? He's giving us the big squeeze. Oh God, it's scary, Maldonado now. What's he doing? What's happening here? I think, oh no, Perez has just hit me. Oh dear. I didn't really know what was happening there. Maldonado into the pits, obviously. Oh my God. No, I'm taking a flashback there. No way. Right. Didn't see that. Didn't see that. Just forget that happened. Oh God, I'm going to run pretty deep instead. Yeah, I didn't really know where Maldonado was there. He was clearly coming into the pits. We were 3 wide, and yeah, it wasn't great for me, to be honest. But sadly, Sergio is the one who's got the damage. He is all over me here. I think I might just let him past. Come on, Sergio. There he is, finally getting past. Let's let him go. He's clearly the faster driver today. He's got the better strategy. But we move. It's fine. P9 coming in this lap to get a new set of primes. But yeah, it's going to be some words between myself and my team, I suppose, at the end of this race.
Vettel's just posted the fastest lap of the race.
Well, at least someone's having a good race, I suppose. Here we go. Our third and hopefully final pit stop of the race. Where's it going to say we're rejoining? 14th. It's not great, to be honest, but we move. As it looks like D'Ambrosio behind is also coming in. Can we get out ahead of him? Oh yeah, easily. Thank you very much. If that was 2010, I'd have to let him pass. But thankfully, my pit crew aren't as stupid this time round. And look at that. We're ahead of Kubica and Maldonado, who are clearly still fighting. And that has led to their downfall there. We have managed to maintain P9s. That's really important for our race, and we'll have much better tyres than these guys behind us. So yeah, it should be pretty easy to maintain this. We've got a lot of fuel, which I'm going to use if they get a bit too close. Yeah, 16 seconds up to Perez, who doesn't need to stop again, as far as I'm aware. So it could just be a P9 today, but if we can get back into the points, that's all I can ask for, really.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep that up.
Thank you very much. We're on lap 19 here, 4 laps to go. Setting the fastest lap, which is going to be pretty beneficial for us if we can get that extra point with both Renaults out of the points, I presume, at the minute. So Maldonado's actually got back past Kubica, and I think for good this time. So yeah, obviously Petrov losing his front wing to a ghost earlier. So yeah, if Perez can stay in P8 and I can stay in P9 with the fastest lap, get a nice 7-point advantage on them. So yeah, just need to bring it home at this point. I presume I'll see you guys on the final lap. Well, there we go. Fernando Alonso wins his 7th race of the season. That now makes it 7 out of 12 for this season. He's having an incredible 2011, so fair play to him. Once again, we're going to be finishing in P9 here. It'll be just under 10 seconds off of Sergio in the end, but really good race. I'm glad we both got some points today ahead of Renault. Thank you very much.
Well done, good drive. That's 9th place.
Thank you, Andy. Yep, needed that. Just needed a race to get back into the points once again and try and restart this season a little bit. But yeah, great to have both of us in the points, and I think Sauber are really happy with their decision to promote Sergio. And fair play to him, even though he kind of ruined my weekend. Anyway, we shall move on. Fernando Alonso 5/10 ahead of Mark Webber in the end. Wow, what a race at the front between those guys. Vettel only 2 seconds off as well, so very, very close for the win. Sadly, we can't. The replay system in this game is pretty bodge, so we couldn't really get any info on that. But yeah, very close, clearly, between those three. Nick Heidfeld doing really well. He's up in P4. He's completely stomping on Rosberg now that he's back on the grid, so fair play to him. Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button in P5 and P6. I feel like they could have done a little bit better this weekend, the two McLarens, but yeah, it is what it is. Nico Hülkenberg up in P7. I'm pretty sure that's his best finish of the season, so well done to him. Sergio Perez P8, like we said. Myself 9th, and Maldonado in P10, so double points finish for us and Williams, so well done to them. Nico Rosberg P11, just missing out on points today. Robert Kubica P12, Daniel Ricciardo P13, D'Ambrosio, who I thought at one point could have been an outside shout for some points today, but I think he was on the same strategy as me, a 3-stopper. So yeah, his team kind of letting him down there. So yeah, that's a real shame. This is, I think he deserved it today. Jarno Trulli up in P15. What a race he had at the start. So racy. Yeah, more of that please. Sam Bird P16. Senna 70. Danny Close. Felipe Massa, who actually took the fastest lap off me towards the end there, down in P19. Then we've got Sutil, Petrov, Alguersuari a lap down, Chandok and Kovalainen all a lap down. So no retirements, even after a ridiculous first lap. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised at that actually. Alright, we've seen the results. Let's have a look at the standings. Alright guys, here are the standings once again after the Belgian Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso's gap is increasing by the weekend. It is now 68 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Is this 2024? Who knows? But yeah, Alonso, he's having an incredible season. Obviously in real life, Vettel had a very dominant season in this season. So history is kind of repeating itself, but not for Vettel, sadly for him. We're up to 77 points now, only 14 points until we move ahead of Michael Schumacher after his retirement. And talking about Mercedes, Nick Heidfeld is up to P12 and he's now only 8 points already behind Nico Rosberg. Yeah, Rosberg struggling this season. But from 11th to 14th, it is all the German drivers, obviously apart from Vettel. We got Rosberg, Heidfeld, Suttil, Hulkenberg moving up there ahead of his teammate, up to 14th, up 3 places. Sergio Perez also moving up 4 places into 18th after his P8 today. He's having a great start to his career. In the Constructors, Ferrari still leading the way by 38 points ahead of McLaren. Red Bull, after their P2 and P3, slowly but surely clawing in McLaren. Only 60 points the difference now. Sadly, as Massa took away our fastest lap, we only gained 6 points rather than 7 on Renault, but that's still a really good amount. It's now 14 points between us now, and Williams making their way past Force India up to 7th place after both of their drivers scoring today. Felt like giving the driver of the day to Webber today. He was consistently putting in fastest laps and he ran Alonso to the wire after starting in P5, P6. So yeah, he can have the driver of the day today. Maybe a little bit out of pity, but if anyone can run Alonso to the wire in this season, then they've done a pretty good job. Alright, it's time for the summer break, obviously in figurative terms, but we'll be back shortly with the Italian Grand Prix, everyone's favourite, I presume. So yeah, let's see what happens between now and then. But if you did enjoy that Belgian Grand Prix as much as I did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see what happens after the summer break. And I'll see you guys in Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Take care.